welcome back, guys. Welcome back, welcome back. So, I've taken a couple of days. It's been just a crazy couple of days, and it's been, a couple of days since I made a video, just working and that kind of thing. So, we're going to get caught back up today, get a game in the old speed run. So, let's jump in here. I think we're getting close now to 900, I think. Something like that. Maybe we'll get a game. Fingers crossed. Alright, here we go. 867. E4. E5. You guys already know we're going to try to get a Ruy Lopez. Yeah, here it is. The old Ruy. Old Faithful. So you got to drop back. You don't have to, but this is the move. This is what I'm going to play. Now, if he plays this, you could really get yourself into some danger here. Like that. Now you got to play this. So takes here, check, check, and that. All right, so let me explain this. This diagonal is open, okay? So if I take, the king takes, you play check. How is this? So he goes here. You play this check. Hold on. Here, here, here. Oh, yeah. So if he plays here, yeah, that's how it works. So here, here, check. If you go here, same thing, check, right? Here. And then, oh, I can't draw arrows. Check. You win the rook. If you play here and he comes forward, you play check, and then the same thing. So let's go ahead and take that. Check. Now notice you don't have that straight back, right? So now here, you play that check, and then you can pick up the rook. I think actually you may have gotten yourself in even bigger trouble here. Check. If he goes back. Well, first of all, I could play that and take that rook. Oh, well, all right. He left the game. So let's have a look at this. This is a common motif in the Ruy Lopez. And really, in any of these where you have a bishop lined up on f7, you should be aware of that diagonal opening up, because there's some tactics that are possible, if you sack on f7. So we get the Ruy Lopez. You come back, okay. He hits you again. Now you're targeting f7. He plays that, which it says is a blunder. Of course, here I am popular. Takes, takes. Top ninja move is to sack. Here comes the queen. He plays that. You go here. And from there, yeah, you could play this and then start attacking here. I guess you could take that, but he didn't give us the option to start deciding. This, I guess, is the better move because you win a pawn in the process. But, yeah, let's see if we could get another game really quick. Oof, man, it is cold, cold, cold today. I just got in from work, and I'm absolutely freezing. Oh. I got this really cool hand warmer. It's a Zippo hand warmer. You ever seen these? This Zippo isn't actually that good. It doesn't put out a whole lot of heat, honestly. But I got another one. It's like a little Chinese knockoff deal. And it was even worse. But I got this material here. Right? That's the material that's in these little burners. And I put it in there. In that other one, I stuffed it full. And, man, that thing throws out the heat. I haven't done this Zippo one yet. I probably will. But, yeah. They're cool, man. I like little stuff like this. Just like stuff to kind of tinker with, you know? Like, I just like to mess with stuff. Alright, here we go. 944. So this may be our highest rated opponent so far. So let's see what we get. E4, E5. Knight out. So we're going to get a Rui. Tutti frutti, old Rui, or whatever the kids say. I got a feeling this guy. Okay. Alright. So let's castle. And here, if he pins, so he's hitting that. I have a couple of ways to deal with this. So let's start with this, because I know I want this rook here anyway. I don't want to commit my knight yet, because you know, a lot of times the knight wants to come here, here, and here. So I don't want to commit the knight just yet. So let's just defend the pawn with this. This also puts pressure on the e-file. So, like if he were to play a move like this, you know, takes. So this hits a pinned piece. Okay? This is a pin. So let's say, all right, if I take and he pushes, I take, he can't take. So if I take, that's just hit. He plays here, I take. Right? So this is a pin. So takes, he plays that, takes, he takes here, I take that, he brings the bishop out. I could take here, threatening a discovery. Or I take this straight away. He plays here, I take. So let's look at this. If I play here, if he plays this, I'm going to take. He can't play that or I go there. So I think that this is tempting, but I think this is better. Here, if he plays that, takes. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. There's a pin piece. Let's hit it. See where this goes. I don't think this is a great move here. This is pinned and hit again, right? I mean, the threat is, you know, if you take, and then you're forked and you lose the exchange to that bishop. All right, so this is the deal. You play that. That hits the queen. So what do you do about that? And then there's the exchange. Now, if he were to block, there's an argument for taking here and opening this up before I take that. So that's a check from the rook. And then that still hangs at the end. So let's play that. Now, do I want to take the rook here? So, first of all, this keeps you from being able to castle. So here, he saves his rook. So let's say I play this. If he goes here, if I were to push, he could take. But right now, that's just a clean rook. So I think it's better to just take the rook. Now that straight away puts pressure on the bishop. But I think, let's just come back. This pawn can't move. That's hit. If I decide to cash out, we can cash out. But for now, just develop, get our pieces into the game. Probably like this to limit that knight's mobility. It may have been better to actually play the pawn up first. Okay, and that's, again, okay, we've seen a lot of this in this speed run. Weakening this diagonal. That's not great. I don't know why he played that at all. I have no idea why he done this. But again, I think just play this and try to limit that knight. That opens up the bishop, and that feels pretty good to me. There's a case for this, because where does that bishop go? Maybe here. And I don't want to force him onto a good diagonal, so let's start with this. Play that and limit the knight. That gets our bishop some activity, and then we'll get the knight in and see where we're at after that. Okay, so he defends that guy. But that pins this guy again. Now, is there a case for this? Let's get the knight out. I want the knight here. If he pins, we take. No problem with that. Yeah. So, again, we're up material. So, no need to try to get crazy here. I could play this, keep him from messing my pawn structure up. That's one idea. If I play here, that forces him onto the open file. I don't see any benefit to that. I'm kind of just thinking, let's play here. And if he wants to trade, cool. Yeah, I think let's just do that. This is our last undeveloped piece. We'll break that pin. If he takes our rook, that's fine. I slide over. I have the open file. I'm happy with that. So I think we're happy here. I'm not rushing to exploit this diagonal. Nothing like that. Now, in the future, maybe we go here. Okay. So that hits that. Is there any point to doing that? So if I played here, that connects the rooks, adds another defender to the knight. He wants a draw. He sees that the position is just completely equal. Okay. Now, I don't really want to take that. So let's do this. Let's do this. Our rooks are connected. And I think this would be a mistake. So this, I'm happy now to trade rooks. Yeah, so now if I take and the queen takes, this, there's no back rank nonsense. This is defended, by the way, twice. It's attacked twice, defended twice, so there's nothing to worry about there. I don't want to take this and try to, improve any of his pieces. So let's go ahead and get that rook off the board. Get our other rook into the game. That hits the queen. So you don't have time to take here. And again, this is defended by the bishop. So he can't take that. Alright, so let's have a look here at this and see if we made the right move taken with the knight here. I think that we did, but perhaps not. So they want you to strike immediately at the center, but I think it's more principled to castle. Okay, I defend the pawn, and here they want you to take with the pawn. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Then you get that free check in. Why not? Whoa. Okay. Yeah, and then here it was d4 immediately to limit that knight. We found it the next move, though. I'm definitely not lining the queen up with that rook. So, yeah, here just develop. I didn't want to give him that open file, which I guess it wouldn't have been the end of the world because my queen's supported by the other rook. But, yeah, here we just get our pieces into the game. Takes, open file, and then he resigns. So there's that. Maybe we sneak in one more really quick one. If we can get another quick one. God, I am freezing, guys. I should have liked this hand warmer, but my lighter fluid's in the other room. So. Oh, man, I'm freezing in here. All right. E4. Listen, this speed run, the whole idea is to be educational. And I know that I'm playing over and over and over the same opening, the Ruy Lopez. I play this. If you're going to give me the opportunity to play the Ruy Lopez, I'm going to play it. And that's in my games or these speedrun games or whatever. However, I could play the London or I could play the Queen's Gambit. I know those, openings decently well. I played the London until I was probably 1200, something like that. So I know the London. I could play it. But I want to play the Ruy Lopez because I want you guys to see it and to see some of these ideas and be able to learn. Because I'm not doing this to just beat up people that aren't rated as high as I am. That's not the idea. The point is to be instructive and to help you guys learn. And if I'm playing the Ruy Lopez, just like this idea where the knight comes down here, you do the trade, and then you sack your bishop, that's that's kind of a something you're not going to know just picking up the Ruy Lopez and playing it for 3 games. But if you see me do it, then if you guys choose to implement this opening in your own games, then you'll have that in your repertoire. All right, so we're going to play the modern. That's what he's wanting to do here. So in this specific instance, I could play here. I don't generally advocate weakening your this diagonal, but in this specific instance, we're going to do it. We're going to play here because we want this battery. And this move stops the knight from coming in because we cannot allow our dark squared bishop to get traded off here. So we're going to play this, and then we're going to launch this attack. If he gives us the opportunity, we're going to go straight for the attack. Because I can castle whenever I want to castle. So I'm not worried about, my king getting stuck in the center of the board. Not yet. Because if anything starts to look sketchy, I can castle. So I'm playing this a little differently than you'll traditionally see me play. But that's the logic behind this move order. So if I play here and he does this, I play here, he takes. So I think I should start with, I don't want him to play this. Oh no, this is the right move. This is the move, right? that hangs that pawn. Because my queen's overloaded. So I think I need to castle and then play it. So let's do that. Let's castle. Because then the queen's not overloaded. No, the queen still is overloaded, actually. In that scenario. Actually, if I play here, takes. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of tricky. It's a tricky position. Maybe you play here and kick him out and then go there. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. All right, so let's go ahead and play this. This shuts down his bishop. So now your bishop's stupid. This is hit and's got to move. He could play here, but then we could sidestep. The queen's not able to come down and hit that pawn in tandem with that knight. So actually, if you play here, I think the move is actually that, forcing him straight away to leave. But we need to get this move in. Yeah. So you're not threatening anything here. There's no threats. So let's go ahead and play this. And now let's start trying to attack. Remember, that's defended. So he can't take that. If he plays that, then I think we'll push this. Because the knight's the only defender of that, and if he plays here, then he could double attack, and we don't want to give him any opportunity to attack. We want to try to snuff out all the attacking potential. So the idea is you push down the H-file and open up this rook and this queen together, and you get over here and try to checkmate them. That's how you're supposed to play these kinds of positions. This is similar to the Dragon Sicilian. This is how I play the Dragon Sicilian as well. The same idea. Get this battery, get rid of this pawn, and then start trying to checkmate this dude. God, I'm freezing. Yeah, so here, just like I said, now that comes with a threat, right? So let's kick the knight, get him out of here. So now if the queen comes down, he's staring at nothing. So let's get him out of here, which, where does this guy go? Here, takes. Those are garbage pawns all of a sudden. So hold on here. If I take and take, right? So you take, the queen and rook could combine to attack this. So let's take. If I play this, queen comes over. Do I just go for this? But this knight. Okay, so here. That lets him put pressure here. So I take that. If he takes and takes, pawn pushes forward, I could always bail out. But I do like the idea of getting rid of this and opening up this side of the board. So here. As long as that knight's there, though, he's okay. If he takes, I take. I'm going to push this. We're going to try to start getting some checkmating ideas here. Now, this is a kind of a thing. He could play this. So you got to be careful on how you approach this. I don't really want to take here. Like I said, yeah. So there, and then he's able to drop into here. Now, that defends that square. So if I play here and he jumps in, then I take, and you're down a pawn. If I go here and you play that, then I take. Then the knight jumps in. He's hitting that. Is this the right move? This, that, here. Let's do it. Oh, let's do it. You only live once. Here. So where exactly does that knight go to get out of here? I guess he could bail out with that. Here. Here. Play here, that forces him to take that. Then I come here. Let's do that. He can't take here. That's your only move. Now if he takes me, I'll take him. And this guy still doesn't have anywhere to go. So let's take that. And then I think you carry on with this. You can't do this, right? Because the what do you call it here? Now that's undefended. So if I take and he, wait, if I take and he does that, then I play here. And I'm threatening to win that piece. So takes here. If he takes, he's checkmated. So takes. If he plays that, then my queen gets in. So let's start with this. Let's start with this move. Now, this is lined up with this, and it's undefended, so you have to be careful of that. You don't want to lose a rook here. Again, that, and you're in a lot of trouble. So you can't take this. I think here, probably your best move is to do that. That's bad. Maybe you go here first? this. Now I'm threatening checkmate. You can't play that. You could play here, but then I would do that. So let's start with this. This defends that rook and threatens to play checkmate. This, and you could add another attacker. And at that point, you could play that. But then I think you could do this and put another rook over here. Here, queen comes down. Maybe that's the better move here than this, maybe? Here, if he was to move, takes and takes, and then you line up another battery here. Here, if he slides over, what if I play that? If he takes, that's checkmate. So I'm going to go here. This offers a new route for my knight to potentially get into the game. This is a likely move to break this pin, but I don't think that it works. Right, so if, like, say you step over, either way, right? If you stepped over and I play this, if you take, then you're cooked. This move, and I think you can step up. Actually, yeah, here you can't play that. So let's do this. That threatens the rook. Here, rook comes over. Here, queen comes over. Let's do this. Let's keep the pin. That knight, I think, is going to end up being a liability for me. Because I have to protect it. He could potentially trade and maybe get himself out of a little bit of trouble. I feel like sacking was probably... like, just cash in, right? Maybe that is the right move. Or maybe it was this. Take my rook. I take your rook. You come over. Probably not. But see, he's got back rank problems right now. That's the thing. He's got back rank problems. Right? Like, there's no pawns here. But the king has no way off this back rank. So if he were to move this somehow, right? Like, say I play here and he does that. Like I said, that's checkmate. So I want to get this other rook into the game But this offers him a way to quickly get his own rook in, maybe to here, and cause me some problems. So we'll see. If he doesn't take here, like if the knight came back, here, here, and this, and how do you defend that? Like that. So you can't sack there. And I think that's not great. Because now I'm hitting a defender of the, what do you call it there? A defender of the queen. Or king, I'm sorry. So if he were to play here, I have that check. If he takes, then you got that. Well, actually, you play here, he can't take because of that. You can't go here. You can't go here. Right? So if you play that, that's check. That's a fork. And that's pinned. And if you take here, the defender of your queen is gone. So this feels like, yeah. Check. Now let's think about this. I do have that. If he plays here, well, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. I mean, there's, you can't muster another defender for this. And if he plays like rook here, it's on. There's actually, I think, a case for this. I'm not scared of this. See, now this is what I was talking about. Check, that's a fork. That guy can't take the knight, and if you take here, you lose the queen to my queen, right? So let's just double check. Check our homework. That's a check and a fork. That guy's in a pin because of the rook. If you take, you lose the queen to my queen. And that's undefended except for this guy. Okay? So let's play it. That's a fork. Queen's hit and can't be taken by that. So that loses a queen. And adds another attacker to this. And that's game. All right. What a complicated position. I had 2 mistakes. Yikes. And only played 89%. I mean that's not bad, but I've been playing in the 90s, so bishop out, get the battery going, knight up, castle, push. Yeah, not a good move. Best is to take. What is the best move? Why is it to take? Yeah, and then that pawn. And this is the thing. you don't want to weaken the structure around your king. You know, and I say this so often in the speedrun, but you really don't want to weaken the structure around your king. I mean, look at this evaluation. +1. It's +1. +4. I mean, this is bad. You don't want to do this to yourself. Queen comes over. Rook should have went first. Okay, I was debating on which one of those was the correct move. Yeah, knight was a bad move. Yeah, and then that's the problematic move right here. Activating that rook. I'm sorry, activating that knight. That's the problem. And here they want you to take straight away. Here they're saying, you know, listen, you got to get rid of this rook. And here you're supposed to just take the queen? And then mate in 1. Yeah, anyway, all right, that's enough chess, but I hope you guys learned something. That Ruy Lopez game, I think that's something, if you guys are going to look into the Ruy Lopez, I think that's an instructive little line. And, you know, maybe you learned something out of this too. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Also, if you guys are watching and you're not subbed, it would be super cool if you threw me a sub. We're trying to get to 1,000. It really helped me out a whole lot, and it doesn't cost you guys a penny. So, see y'all in the next video. See you guys.